Dan.
Hey, Gonzo.
They told me you were coming. This is great. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Wow, I am a huge fan of yours.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
And I'm a prop collector, so and wardrobe is one of the things that I collect.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I have brought some pieces here I'd like to show you.
Oh,
that
I'd love to see them.
You, I believe, wore back when you did the Muppet Movie.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's the vest I wore in the Muppet Movie.
That's right.
We picked up a weirdo.
I would try it on, but I'm not sure that it would still fit. So what else you got?
Well, I've got an even more important piece.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Are you okay?
I just choked a little bit. Where did you get that? Let's see that.
It came from the Muppet Movie.
My head. It
yeah,
came
I
off
know.
of my
It was
head.
on your head. It was.
I thought I was still wearing it.
I'm a prince of the plunger, fair mate.
Would you look at that little faucet?
It's amazing.
Let me just try it on. Can
Okay,
you put it
all
on my
right.
head for a second?
Yep.
Pretty much still fits.
Wow. That's amazing.
Well, thanks for bringing that. That's a treat.
Well, what are the significance of these pieces to you beyond just the character that you played in the film?
Nothing. It's just clothes.
Well, you look great in it.
I think to me, it's a way to celebrate the way Kermit brought us all together, you know?
You guys are like a big family.
I mean, you know, given some of the genetics involved, that's a kind of a stretch.
You know, a friend of mine, Dave Goelz, do you know Dave Goelz?
Dave Goelz. Dave. Was he the guy who parked my car when I came in?
He arranged to have these pieces brought out so I can show them to you.
That's incredible that a valet would have those kinds of connections.
That valet was the guy who, well, let's just say, gives Gonzo a hand. So you were not just a performer.
No, I was a puppet designer and builder.
So what about the characters that you puppeteered yourself?
Well, they do come from a part of us. Bunsen Honeydew came from parts of me that get interested in specifics, but also scientific types and engineering types who would get so fascinated with the little details of a thing that they would miss the big picture. You know, Zoot was another one. He was a guy who was just in his own world, and there's a part of me that can be that.
Mm-hmm.
And with Gonzo, that was an aspect of me that felt, I think, originally like an outcast, like a little bit of a person who was out of his depth in show business, but was still trying. That's kind of the essence of Gonzo. And then in all cases, I try to make it lovable and endearing. So I have to take these flaws and make them likable. And what I realized over a number of years was that this was kind of a therapeutic thing for me, that I was learning to love my flaws.
Wow, that's cool. When you're performing, the Muppets, they're not aware of anything that's going on that would indicate they're being puppeteered.
Yeah, I mean, we think of them as working actors, you know, so they have lives outside of that. There was one time where we paid tribute to Jim after he died, when we referred to Jim Henson, and the characters didn't remember him, and then pointed out, yeah, but there was a guy walking around under there.
That's cool.
So that's the only time we've ever alluded to that. He was a real grower of people. I mean, everybody who joined came from a different background. He was a harvester of diversity, and that's why the work was so rich. It's a body of work that I really treasure, and I feel extremely lucky.